What is good, people? You asked for it, so I am delivering. Today we are doing a chest, tricep, shoulder workout. No equipment at all. I am going to try and use obviously things that would be around the average person's household, but we ain't using no like specialized fitness equipment, no dip bars, no parallettes, no weights, nothing like that. So we're gonna try. Well, we're gonna use our body weight. Again, we're gonna use items that probably most people can either sub for something else or they have in their house. So let's get into the session. Let's do it. Cool. So we still staying outside of it because it's not a bad day. There's a bit of sun, but it's still breezy, so can still do the outside work. We are going to start off with the classic push-up. Obviously, I'll go through the form and everything as we start. So when it comes to push-ups, you want to make sure that your arm placement is correct. So I'm going to show you quickly before I get into the set. We want our, got my space behind me, cool. So you want our hands, obviously, reasonably shoulder width apart. And then when we're coming down, we don't want to come out like that. That's not what we want. We want our arms going back, like that. We want to keep our torso aligned all the way through. Don't let your hips sag. And okay, there is this debate. Should you do full range of motion? Should you do shorties? It's a simple answer. Do both. You can do two sets of full range, two sets of full range of motion, or two sets of shorties, or two sets of shorties, one set of full range of motion. Mix and match. Do whatever you need to do to a thing. If you feel like one's working for you better than the other, then do that. But if you want to do both, then do both. Simple. So we're going to do this first set of push-ups. I haven't done classic push-ups like this for a while. Obviously, I've done deficit, ring, weighted. So it's going to be interesting to see how this goes. Let's aim for a good set of, I want to say 20 clean reps. See how that goes, man. If we can get more than 20, obviously we'll do more, but 20 should be the minimum. So let's get into it, man. Let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, that was pretty good. Could have gone for more, but decent reps in reserve. Pretty good, gone for about 23, 24, maybe 25 at the very max. This ground is not the cleanest. It's a lot of, as you can see, I got dogs, a lot of dog's hair and stuff. So I don't really want to fail and put my chest and stuff on the floor. I'm on the outside for the lighting, really. So yeah, we're not going to go to absolute failure. I still want to be able to get up and think. So that was the first set. We're going to do 2 sets of push-ups like this, and then we're going to move into some other variations. So everything pretty much will be 2 sets today. Now, if you can't do push-ups, I'll show you something you can do very quickly. I know it's supposed to be my rest period, but hey, so you can't do push-ups. What you're going to do is come down slow, try to control the descent as much as possible, and then reset. Now, obviously, you can go down your knees, but I don't put my knees on the ground. So then just keep doing that over and over. And that's going to build that eccentric strength. And then eventually you're going to be able to push yourself back up. So that's a great option for you if you can't do push-ups. Obviously, you can do knee push-ups and things like that. Or if you're not quite there, what you can do is grab some items like this. And because you're not as parallel to the ground, this is going to be easier to do because it takes some weight off of your body, because obviously your body is more upright, it's less weight. So that's an option for you as well. But we're going to do another set of the push-ups, and then we're going to move into another variation after that. All right, So took a quick rest period. Always make sure that you're getting adequate rest in between your sets to obviously reap the most amount and get the most benefit out of your sets. If you're still tired from your previous set, then you're not going to be able to exert as much energy and as much force. So make sure that you're getting adequate rest. It's different for everybody. However, anything between, I don't know, 1 minute 30 up to 3 minutes, depending on the exercise, should be suffice. So let's get into this next one now. Yeah. I forgot how hard basic push-ups are, man. Especially when you're trying to do it at a controlled tempo. See, when you rush through and you're doing, you know, not full range, it's obviously a lot easier. But when you're going through that full range of motion and coming almost all the way down, like if I was inside, I would do chest to ground, but I'm not inside, so, you know, different circumstances. Probably should have put a shirt on, that would have made a difference. But anyway, doing basic push-ups, it's never easy, never ever easy. And people tend to move away from push-ups because they think it's like a beginner, it's basic, it doesn't look sexy, but a good set of clean push-ups, mate, it's different. So if you are one of those people that you're saying push-ups are too easy now, you know, I need to level up, progress, and you don't have equipment, you can always slow down the tempo. It's a good option for you. So controlling the eccentric a little bit more, and then explode back up, and then control the eccentric again, and explode back up. And that's another option to make them harder. But yeah, we're going to do 2 sets of that. Sun's getting hot, so we need to move quite quickly. And yeah, move into a different variation now. Zero, you trying to be on camera? Anyway, so next exercise is going to be decline push-ups. This is going to target the upper chest just based on the angle. Now, obviously, if you don't have bricks, you can use table, you can use chair, anything that's going to just put your body at a descent. Again, this is not the easiest movement. It's definitely something, I wouldn't say it's advanced, maybe like intermediate movement. But again, it's an option if you don't have weights and you want to hit your upper chest. Just do some decline push-ups and mate, it will do the job. So you want to put your feet up like that. Make sure that your torso is aligned, your upper body is in a good position. Start here and then just come down. Again, the mechanics are pretty much the same, all the way up, all the way down. Don't cheat the reps because, you know, your feet are high or anything like that. Want to make sure that you're maintaining good form to get the most out of the reps. I like to come on my toes and lean forward when I'm doing it. It just feels more comfortable and it feels like I can get lower on the descent. But that is decline push-ups, a great option for those, again, who don't have equipment like that. Still hit the upper chest, hit some of the front shoulders a bit more aggressively. And yeah, that's it, man. But keep the core tight, don't let the hips sag as usual, and just make sure you're doing it correctly. Next set, let's go. All right, now obviously you don't have to follow this exact rep range. You can do less, you can do more, it's up to you, but this is just a guide for you to go off, give you some different exercises you can do, play with the rep ranges. Maybe you can only do 5, that's fine, work up to 6. Maybe you can only do 3, that's fine, do 3 and then do 4 eccentrics or 2 eccentrics after. You could do the, you know, full range 3, but for the most part, just a guide for you guys to go off, and you know, allows those who don't have equipment, you know, you don't have the excuse of I don't have equipment, I can't get, you know, bigger and better. Work with what you got, man. As long as you got space, you can get bigger, man. So the next exercise is gonna be, well, these are usually called chair dips or bench dips, whatever you want to call them. And so we're going to call these the brick dips today. Now this is if you haven't got a dip bar and you still want to hit that lower chest and obviously the triceps as well. What you're going to do is find a ledge, an evenly heighted ledge, so maybe like a table or another chair, probably another chair, and what you can do is put 2 chairs at the side, either side of you, and all you're going to do is just dip down and then come back up, get that nice stretch on the chest, and then using the triceps to come back up, man. So boom, 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 boom. Yeah. And that is obviously going to help to build the chest, triceps. Again, another great exercise, doesn't require a lot. Even if you only have a sofa, you can do it with your feet on the floor. So I'll show you in the other direction, feet on the floor, and you can still do the movement, but it's better if you have your feet raised. Obviously puts more weight on your body, and that way, you know, it's more of a weighted movement compared to your feet on the floor. So again, all these exercises are scalable, so you don't really have any excuse not to do them, but it's another exercise that you can do. So we'll do another set of those and then move on. You can see it from a different angle. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, depending on your degree of flexibility and obviously your current level of fitness will depend on how far that you can obviously go down. So really and truly, you want your butt to almost be at the ground down here to get that real nice stretch and explode back up. But you gotta find where your sweet spot is right now. There's no point in going all the way down if you can't get back up. So everyone's got to have a starting point. But that's the exercise that I would do if I didn't have any equipment at all, and you know, wanted to build muscle. So that's the bench dip slash chest dips. We're gonna move into another exercise now that probably everyone is pretty much aware of, nothing crazy, and yeah, we'll go from there. So the next exercise, excuse me please, excuse me, thank you, is gonna be diamond push-ups, an exercise that I do. All right, thank you. Zuri, please, please, thank you. An exercise that I do on the regular still, and it's gonna hit obviously the chest and the triceps. Uh, Great exercise. Is also scalable, but for right now, we're just gonna do it the classic way. So, excuse me, Nyla. Hands together. If you're not comfortable with your wrists here, you can obviously move them wider apart, but we're comfortable with the wrist here. So, now, similarly to the push-ups, I like to come all the way up, all the way down. So I come down, make sure my chest touches my hands, and then obviously explode all the way back up. Now you also can do the shorty version, which is fine, but for me, again, full range of motion, all the way up, all the way up, all the way up, all the way down is best. Again, even so, the closer you bring your hands together, the more the triceps is going to take over. So naturally, this is going to be heavily chest dominant here, but the closer you come in, so even doing push-ups here, you're still hitting those triceps more than you would if you're shoulder width apart. So don't feel like that you have to put your hands together straight away, because I remember the first time I tried diamond push-ups, couldn't do them. Triceps weren't strong enough. So you want to gradually work your hands in if you can't do them from the off, innit? So yeah, diamond push-ups, staple. You should be doing them regardless if you're a beginner, intermediate, advanced. It's not really an exercise that you can get away from, to be honest. And if you don't have equipment, nothing is required. Nice. So people are under this misconception that you have to do, obviously high volume when you're doing body weight training. Yes and no. So the more you advance, the more reps and obviously the more sets you're going to have to do in order to fulfill the needs of the workout. However, when you're just starting off, trying to do 4 sets, 5 sets, 6 sets of 10 reps is definitely inconceivable. So don't get that in your mind that because I'm not doing multiple reps and multiple sets that I'm not gaining anything. That's incorrect. Obviously you're a beginner, so those 5 quality reps is going to be very beneficial. Maybe you can only do 2 sets, maybe you can only do 3 sets, but taking yourself to almost failure on every set, again, is going to encourage muscle growth and obviously produce powerful muscle contractions that is going to result in you getting bigger and stronger. So don't be, you'll see guys online who are advanced and you think, I have to do what they're doing in order to, get something out of the workout. That's not the case. You have to work with where you're at this very moment in time, and then obviously advance to their level. So yeah, just do what you need to do. Focus on yourself, basically. Outside's getting a little bit too spicy, so bringing it inside for another exercise. So this one's going to be the archer push-ups. Obviously I've done this in a video before, but we're just going to run through them again. We'll just keep it the same. We'll do 2 sets of everything, man. As I previously said in the video, I was going to do a deload week. I did say at the end of the month, but it kind of seems conducive right now to do it now, since that was a video request. So obviously archer push-ups. Now for me, I like to set up one arm straight and the other one facing the side. I feel like I get a better grip compared to both my hands being like that, and that hand feels like it's slipping that way. So this gives me better grip there. Obviously you don't have to use gloves. I prefer to use gloves to keep me in place. And with the archer push-up, you just want to come down to the side all the way back up. And keep that core tight. Don't let your hips, swing too much. And another thing as well, you want to keep your arm as straight as you possibly can when performing them. So you don't want to start bending this arm or anything like that. You want to keep the arm completely straight and then just let this other arm do all the work. Now you can do it alternating sides, so you can continuously switch sides. It's up to you if you want to do it that way. A lot of people prefer to work on one side, then the other, sorry. But it's up to you. If you want to, go here, 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 then it's up to you. But it's going to take a lot more coordination, a lot more core control, all those sort of things. So take that into consideration, but that is the archer push-up. We'll do one more set of those and then we'll move on. So I'll do this set without gloves to show that it is possible, without gloves, if you count that as equipment. So again, hand facing forward, hand facing the side, legs back. Now you can take a break or you can go straight to the other side. It's up to you. Again, it's all about your fitness level and where you currently are. So. Now with these as well, you can put your feet in a wider stance for more stability. Obviously narrower, it's probably for more advanced, but if you need, obviously, move this out of the way a little bit. If you need more width to help you stabilize, like even if you go that wide, no one's gonna judge you. As long as you get this part here correct, everything else, do it how you need to do it at the end of the day. So we've got maybe one more exercise I'm probably going to show you, and then I think that'll probably be substantial enough for, a bodyweight workout. All right, people. I was going to do 2 more exercises, but I'm going to save those for another video instead. So that is going to conclude the bodyweight sort of chest tricep workout. Obviously, the front shoulder is involved as well. So you could probably call it a chest, tricep and shoulder workout. All body weight, no equipment. Well, almost no equipment. I can't really count bricks and chairs and things like that as equipment. So I'm going to say no equipment needed at the end of the day. Get the results, feeling good. Again, if you have watched me from the start, those exercises that I showed you, exercises that I was doing when I didn't have all this equipment that I have right now. So again, you saying I don't have equipment is just an excuse on your part. As long as you've got a body that can move a little bit of space, there's no reason why you can't get bigger. Now, obviously, are you going to reach your physical peak? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? But you'll never know unless you try. So, as I always say, work hard, stay disciplined, and I'll catch you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.